Hey guys, how's it going? I just want to do a bit of a recap on the stocks that you can trade at FTX. And I've posted these in the Discord already. So, um, yeah, if you want to take a look, you don't really want to check out the video. Yeah, you're more than welcome to just go through them on the Discord. And if you've got any questions, I mean, you know, don't hesitate asking me. And if you dig this channel and you like getting the live updates and snippets, yeah, I mean, sign up into the Discord and support the YouTube channel. Subscribe and like and share the video. Alright, cool. So let's just get into it. So I had to get it on the CBOE because obviously on FTX right now there's not a hell of a lot of chart history. So I think we've only kind of got this. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of the play that I want to see play out. I definitely wouldn't short it up here. I'd like to see another low, and then I want to see this one run, and then I'll short that. This might be a little bit tight, but it's you know, I've got to squeeze as much as I can into this trade, and I think I will definitely set like a couple of alarms maybe down here, just so that I'm aware, you know, that this might happen, and I can get ready for it, right? The reason why I want to short, obviously after it breaks that low, is because you've kind of got this this range to play with. So it could, you know, possibly still come up here, just make an equal high there. It might even test, you know, back up here. This downward trend line, which has, you know, been respected like in this little channel. Yeah, so that's Facebook. Then I think we did Tesla. So the setups were obviously taken on the FTX site, but like I said, this is basically what it looks like, what you've got to play with on Tesla on FTX, and I just want to like confirm my bias, right? So I just want to go to check out Tesla over here, and on the 4-day it's pretty much the same, right? It looks like we have kind of topped out here. So you got this range. I'd probably say the range actually goes down to here, right? On the daily, let's just see if we can kind of get a better level. Yeah. So the way that I had marked it out on FTX, I think I actually come and take out this low over here. I'm not a guy that believes that the gaps exist only to be filled, right? Because there's a couple here that will need to be filled as well, and then there's a couple at the top here, right? But basically what you've seen is you've seen price kind of top out, and then retest, and then immediately pull back, right? So what I'm kind of looking for is that you know, we kind of make a pullback and then kind of get stuck there, right? So it's a bit of a much longer play. So I'm looking for price to do this, right? And then I'll watch for price action, and I'm hoping that this becomes like another low. And then I want to kind of get into the short there, right? And then I would be targeting this area over here. And I think that's a really cool play. obviously you got to watch here, right? So you don't really want to get stuck in this straight away. You kind of want to see this kind of pattern play out, or even like a little bit of a rising wedge, you know, before you get any confirmation for the short. So like I definitely wouldn't short the first one there, because we might just see, you know, something like this. So it's a little bit of a tricky one, but yeah, I definitely feel he's been playing the market quite heavily and tweeting out a whole bunch of stuff. So I think he kind of wants to retain his value, and he might probably be dumping shares soon. I don't know. I mean, it's just something that I'm kind of, you know, playing around with. All right, the next one was Amazon. So Amazon. All right. So I mean, this clearly looks completely different on FTX, right? And yeah, like I mean, I got a complete bearish bias on Amazon, because I've kind of only got this, right, to play with. This obviously looks a lot different, but it could be a diamond. So you kind of got, you know, that and that, and then that and that. Okay. So diamonds most of the time play out like that. Okay. But it's a really easy play, because once the diamond breaks out and takes out those highs, you kind of know that, you know, it's going to continue that way. Once it takes out the lows, you kind of know that it's actually a reversal. So it's an easy way to play it, right? So what I've done here is I've changed my outlook, purely because I've seen this, right? It's super bullish. So I've kind of changed my outlook, and I've got myself alerts over here, and I've got myself some alerts down here. Obviously, you know, you're kind of still getting higher lows, but where it becomes very interesting is that you've got almost like a double bottom here, right? So it almost shows you that like the trend's getting weaker, right? Because you would have you'd have a low, then you'd have a high low, then you'd have a high low, and then normally you'd have, you know, a high low. But now you've got one of these, right? So you've got an equal. So you kind of feel perhaps the trend is kind of changing, and what you would like to see is obviously take out all the stops, yeah, even this one, I would probably say, and then kind of get short over here, right? On the other hand though, like I mean, once we kind of take out these, you know, you'd immediately be a bull, because then you would say that this last little bit here is like serious consolidation, and there was quite a bit of volume in there, right? So you'd then be a bull, and after the breakout you'd buy the retest. Yeah. So Amazon's pretty easy trade right here. I don't think that the trend is over. There's probably like really a small chance that it is over. So yeah, I mean, I'm betting on the continuation actually. Then we also did Apple. Alright, so we got AAPL. Cool. Like I said, I'm just going to be charting these in here, because I kind of don't want, I don't want to mix stuff up. And yeah, like I mean, like I said, I was just charting kind of, you know, it's a new product on FTX. So I mean, I was just given this information here. So this one as well, I was pretty bearish. However, for Apple, I kind of think that we are quite bearish. So this is what makes me feel like the trend is changing a little bit on Apple. You had these stops, right? So after this consolidation over here, you would expect like quite a huge move, yeah. Especially after like this massive surge, and then months and months and months of like, you know, upward consolidation here. And then I mean basically this is on the daily, so from the 21st of July, of January, we've had this type of consolidation. Cool. Now this is where it becomes really easy, right? So obviously it's still higher highs and it's still higher lows, but this has got a hint of a trap, right? So we've run those highs, and instead of just retesting the highs, we've actually fallen back within this range, and this range is probably something like that, right? So what's cool about this is that you could maybe, you know, say that this is like a little bit of a deviation, yeah. And you've already got a block or a consolidation to work off of. So it becomes a lot easier for you to take a trade, something like that, knowing that, you know, that's where you'd be wrong. And what's great about a trade like this is that you can already start betting from here, right? And you can start off with a small position. You've got a 3R here. And the way that I would take this setup is kind of, I'd short it at first, right? Very low leverage. I mean, I'm not going to throw crazy money at it. So at this test, I would throw some money at it. If it takes this out, I know I'm wrong, right? But if it doesn't make it, right, I can very easily then kind of see this being like the new consolidation, and if it does break down below here, right, you can add quite a bit of gas onto the trade, because you probably then, you know, see the bottom of the range, or at least take out, like, you know, the next kind of level of consolidation. So maybe these two stops, but I mean, if it gets here, I would probably just take these ones out as well, yeah. So that's the way that I'll trade Apple, and I definitely think, you know, tech companies were like seriously on the rise during Corona. There's obviously quite a lot of momentum going into it, but the minute that people go back to more social life, you know, like tech companies aren't going to have as much exposure to them all the time, right? And as Corona kind of peters off, like that's like kind of my bet, right? Like people are going to be craving to be doing more social things and not like using, you know, the latest or the greatest, because everyone's just, you know, basically really amped just to see each other. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much how I would trade Apple. So Apple's still a short for me. Like I said, Amazon is a little bit different, and Tesla might be a little bit different as well. But guys, Apple, I almost think that like we're gonna see, you know, we're gonna see these stops getting run here. Yeah. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I mean, if you did like it, like, add a couple of comments, subscribe, share the stuff. Yeah, and if you want to check out the Discord, I'll put that in the description, as well as ProvokeBot, where you can trade a couple of signals on BTC. It's really awesome. Really awesome. It's a really awesome algo that we've started up. I'll start posting a couple of ROI charts pretty soon. But yeah, I mean, if you're interested in crypto, you know. And you want a bit of exposure in that market, FTX is definitely there. And if you want a few signals just to kind of get an idea about the market, join up, and it's free. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the evening, and I'll be doing a video soon again. Cool, man. Peace.